Hi, everyone. It's Monday, and we're back to having Ren Fair editions. How exciting! I was at the Massachusetts Ren Fair this past weekend, and it was a ton of fun. It was a much smaller fair than usual because COVID has messed people up in so many ways, but it happened. It was fun. It was good to see old faces. As you can see, I'm just a wee bit burned, but not horrendously. Certainly not as bad as I could have been. I was covered up. It was a lot of fun. And for me, it was exceptionally fun because I got to see my best friend again. Um, for the longest time, uh, Lady Leary and I haven't been able to see each other because of COVID. She was working full time and was an essential worker. And until the vaccine came out, we weren't part of each other's pod, like for the first time. And it was terrible. I basically haven't spent more than a few minutes with my bestie in 16 months. So it was great. We're both vaccinated now. I'm over my cold. I'm still a little stuffy. Um, some of that may be allergies. It's really bad here. But yeah, it was good. I was able to go. I had enough energy to get things done. She did the cooking on Saturday, and she made chicken with fruit her way, which is different than mine. When I make mine, there's liquid in the bottom of the pan, and that's all good. She actually cooked the chicken in cider, and she cooked it down into a glaze. And let me tell you, oh, wow, it was so good. And it was impressive to watch her do that over the fire. We had a lot of people come by the site, look at what we were cooking. And of course, every time you take the lid off that cast iron, the smell wafts through the entire area. It was just phenomenal. And then yesterday on Sunday, I made a beef and barley pottage with porter ale. And wow, I was so impressed with myself. I haven't actually cooked beef and barley with beer before, but we had we had picked up a beer for our Friday night evening once we'd finished setting up, and we tasted it and we actually really didn't find it was all that flavorful as a beer. But the good thing about beer is that you don't have to like drinking it because you can cook with it. And that's exactly what I did. And the result was phenomenal. There is something about putting ale or beer, especially thick, chocolatey, dark beers, in with beef. Uh, the meat just cooks differently and the flavors pop. We had a lovely white bean pottage cassoulet with tons of fresh veg and everything. It was a great food weekend, let me say. We got eaten alive by mosquitoes. There were so many mosquitoes up there. Oh my goodness. I am covered in mosquitoes all up in here, all on my back, on my arm. I'm sunburned. Um, I was dehydrated and I drank, okay? I drank like 1,000 liters of liquid and I was still dehydrated. It was crazy. But we had such a good time. It was so wonderful to see people. And I got treated. So, yesterday afternoon, just before we started sort of shutting down for the day, Queen Mab came to visit. She's the queen of the winter fairies, and she was all dressed in silver and ivory, and she looked amazing. And she and her little entourage came to visit our encampment, bought a cookbook, and had a conversation with me about medieval cooking and um, how fairies can do cooking without touching the cast iron, because fairies and iron don't get along very well. It was really wonderful to have her come and join us at the encampment, and especially to get to sign a book to Queen Mab. Um, Set my heart aflutter. I also the Channel 2, I don't know what the call sign is, but Channel 2 for Massachusetts brought their television crew out and they took photographs and video of me cooking over the fire. So there's a little bit of that. And I was interviewed by, now I have to actually look it up, I have it here, by the Daily Hampshire Gazette as part of their coverage of the Massachusetts Renaissance Festival. And so there are no pictures of me, but there are pictures of the, oh, maybe there are pictures of me now that I think. Nope. Jousting, singing, Miss Shelley Buttons, and some face painting. So no, I didn't make it into the photos. However, the Knights of Lord Talbot did doing armored combat, so I do highly recommend. I will post the link to the article in the comments after I'm done this video, but it was great. I had the staff writer come down and he talked with me, and I got mention of my book in the newspaper, so it was very exciting. And it was great being able to actually sell my book face to face and be able to sign my books. I had so many wonderful interactions with patrons. I had a gentleman come by who was um, he was just kind of wandering, and I wasn't sure what he was doing. I gave him my little talk about what I was cooking and what I was doing, and he asked if he could buy a book, which I sold to him, and he had me sign it to Nancy. And so later on, this lovely lady came bouncing up to my booth and was very excited and was like, "I'm Nancy. My husband bought me the book." And she talked to me for quite a while. It was so great to see all these faces and have all the amazing questions and commentary. And of course, I mean, there's nothing better than when you lift the lid on a pot and the entire area goes, "Oh, that smells so good." It makes your little cook's heart go pitter patter. Um, so yeah, that went on. I do not have a future date for Monadnock Oil and Vinegar in Amherst. I will get that date to you guys as soon as I have it. My next official appearance right now is Auburn Duck Race Day, which is September 11th in Auburn, New Hampshire. It's kind of a town-wide thing, and I will have a booth down Author Alley, which is by the library. I had hoped that some of Serenity would be with me, but I'm not actually sure about that. One of our members is due to spawn, and all the rest of the members are family members. So everybody's probably going to be busy either with a brand new baby or an incipient baby. So we'll see what happens with that. If there are people available to come, or I have a little itty bitty baby Viking with me, that would be wonderful. But if not, it's all good. I'm not sure if it's a masked event, so please be aware when you come, bring one with just in case. There's a lot of places right now that are choosing to mask up just as a precaution, even though it's outdoors. So, it's just courtesy. Bring a mask. If you put it on and then take it off, awesome. I had my mask with me at Mass Ren Fair. I did put it on a few times. Just when I had people come in who were also masked, or when I was going into the bathrooms and indoor spaces like that, just seemed like the right thing to do. And, that's where I'm at. I'm lucky to be vaccinated, but not everybody can be. I have friends who are pregnant. I have friends who are immunocompromised and cannot yet get the shot. So for those people out there who can't, please consider masking up. It's a small thing, and as frustrating as it can sometimes be, if it's not a health hazard for you, please consider doing it. It's a small courtesy that goes a very long way, and I'll tell you, people are very appreciative when you do. Other than that, I'm almost out of voice just because I talked almost nonstop this weekend, talking to people about the cookbook and the recipes and the history and the research that I did. And so I'm exhausted, and I need to go get more coffee. So much coffee. There's not enough coffee today. And maybe a nap. A nap would be good. I didn't so much sleep as pass out from pain last night. But I'm home. The truck is unloaded. Everything is neatly on the porch. I have to go through things, and I have some dishes and stuff to do, but it was pretty good. So that's where we're at. It's nice to have fairs back. It really is. I've missed them more than I thought I would. And it was good to see my bestie again. It was good to wear bright colors and be comfortable. I got a new skirt. I got a pretty lantern for my tent. So it's been a good weekend. And now it's time to fall down and go boom. There will be more stuff. Oh, one last thing. Um, so I've been talking with people about upcoming cookbooks because there's been a ton of interest. People apparently want more of my recipes and enjoy how I write them. And so I wanted to say, yes, I am working on a second cookbook right now. Um, I don't have a full title for it, but it's probably going to be something along the lines of fantasy feasts. The idea will be some of it is historical recipes, and some of it will be things that I've pieced together from watching Game of Thrones and listening or reading the books and listening to Tyrion and others describe dishes, things that I've made up for fictional characters in my own books, and just a variety of cool and fun things that didn't really fit the reenactors cookbook. Um, and there has been a lot of interest in me doing a bread cookbook, so don't expect it within the next year because already have a cookbook and another science fiction book on the go. But those are things that are on the slate and sort of slowly working their way down the chute. So, okay, it's time to go. I need more coffee if I'm going to keep working. I love you guys. Thank you to everybody who came out. If you're a new watcher, please don't forget to subscribe. It's somewhere down here, I think. Um, and like the video and share it around with your friends. Um, don't hesitate to email me or page me on Facebook. I do answer. I have some fans now, but not so many that I'm not willing to talk to all of you. And I'm new enough at this whole successful thing that it's really exciting every time somebody pages me. So if you're here from Massachusetts Ren Fair, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again in the future. Love you guys, and have a good week. Hydrate, eat well, exercise.